Dumb Crook news originally. I just think it was Florida, man. Here comes Jacksonville, Florida. Imagine that. Jacksonville's got dumb crooks. Jacksonville, Florida, 2 men tried to pull the front off a cash machine by running a chain to the machine to the bumper of their pickup truck. They put it in gear, hit the gas, and they pulled off. The front panel of the cash machine went nowhere. But as they pulled off, the bumper was ripped off the truck. Scared, they left the scene, drove home with the chain still attached to the machine. Oh, wait. So was their bumper, because it was on the other end of the chain with their license plate on it. Cops were able to go to the home and arrest them for attempted burglary. Well, you knew you lost your bumper. At least go get the bumper and throw it in the back of the truck so you don't have your license plate there. Dumb crook. Now this one, you cannot make this up, folks. You cannot make this up. A Jacksonville man, another Jacksonville guy. Jacksonville man decided to go north of the border into Kings Bay, Georgia. He thought he had to have a disguise because he was going to commit a crime. I mean, he attempted to rob a GameStop in Kings Bay, Georgia on August 13th. He put his disguise on. He went in, said this was a robbery, started rummaging through the store, taking game sets, never touched the cash register. When asked why, he said, most of these games are so expensive, credit cards or debit cards are used, there won't be much cash on hand. That sounds like a smart crook. Thinking. He's using the noggin. He's going after games and game consoles instead of the cash drawer. Because he said to the police when they called him, didn't make much sense to go after the cash drawer. Games are expensive, paid with credit cards or debit cards. But why was he caught so easy? His disguise was not very effective. No, he wasn't wearing a name tag with his name on it or anything, but he did have on the mask he wore. Clear plastic bag. He just put a clear plastic bag on. When the cop said, why'd you use clear plastic? He said, well, I had to be able to see. You know, that's why Duval 904, baby. Give the thief some credit, though. He was able to get away, and the cops took almost 4 days till they found him. When they found him, guess what was laying on top of the box that he had collected the game consoles and the games in? The clear plastic bag was laying with the stolen items. Hey, by the way, you know what he was doing when they came into his home and found him? Playing video games. Clear plastic bag. Clear plastic bag. Cops got a call to go to the Town Center Mall in Boca Raton last Saturday about a woman who was sleeping in her car. I mean, you know, I've worked at the mall before and stuff. When I worked at Hula Hands, it was in the mall when I was in the restaurant industry. We'd go take a cat nap in the car, turn the air conditioner on, go sleep in the car. Nothing suspicious there. Well, the reason they thought this was suspicious, she was sleeping in the mall parking lot for everybody to see in her birthday suit. She was butt naked, sleeping in the car. When cops around, they found Suzanne Morales, 45, asleep. According to the arrest report, police could smell liquor. They believe she was drunk. They attempted to wake Morales by knocking on the window. When she did wake up, they asked her to step out of the car. She refused, locked all the car doors. The officer told her if she wouldn't come out, they'd be forced to burst the window and unlock the car. That's when she turned on the ignition, reversed the car, hit the accelerator, almost running over one of the officers. The car spun out backward, hitting a police cruiser, trapping Morales' car with the police car. She was arrested for obstruction of justice and attempted assault of a law enforcement officer. No reports on whether they went into Victoria's Secrets to buy her something to cover her up once she was in her birthday suit or not. For all of those that are out there thinking, no, there was not an Outback incident afterwards. And there was not. She was taken into custody. Blood alcohol level when she got to the police station? Wait for it. 0.21. Almost 3 times the legal limit. She was needing to sleep. She was doing the right thing. She wasn't driving. She knew she was drunk. She was sleeping. Well, now she's got 3 hots and a cot. I don't understand. And no clothes were found in her car. Why? How do you get so drunk that you get butt naked in your car and drive to the mall? Now, folks, I was in college at a school that was listed as one of Playboy's top 10 party schools in the country the entire time I was there. Okay? You don't understand partying till you went to a school in the state of Georgia. Okay? Trust me on this. They think they party at the University of Florida. They think Florida State's a party. You ain't partied till you've been to a place like Statesboro or Athens, okay? Let's just clear that up. And by the way, Georgia Tech's pretty good because it's right there at Buckhead in Atlanta. So Georgia Tech's a pretty good place too. So you ain't partied like we did in Georgia. I've been what they've called in my 20s, I've been what they refer to as blackout drunk, where the last thing I remember was somebody said, hey, next bar, and then I woke up looking around going, okay, this is my apartment. Good, I know where I'm at. The next morning. Never once have I thought in that blackout drunk state, I think I'll get butt naked, drive to the mall. Dumb crook. That brings to a close another riveting version of...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
That also brings to a close this week's Ocala Talks. Thanks to all my listeners, my guests, the people that have participated in the show. Without you, this show would not be possible. Coming up next, it's What's the Line with Kevin Stone, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
The Food and Drug Administration vaccine panel on Thursday endorsed boosters for Moderna recipients who are at risk of severe COVID-19, occupational exposure to COVID-19, or are 65 years and older. The State Department announced Thursday the U.S. will rejoin the United Nations Human Rights Council 3 years after President Trump walked out on the panel citing bias against Israel. President Biden's commission on the U.S. Supreme Court will hold a public meeting on Friday to discuss expanding the court, term limits, and more, the White House announced Thursday. Democrats are pushing for more seats after former President Trump appointed 3 justices to the court. President Bill Clinton was admitted to the University of California Irvine Medical Center on Tuesday for a non-COVID-related infection. Thursday, his staff reported the 75-year-old is getting better after getting IV antibiotics and fluids. USA Radio News.
Folks, it looks like food shortages are here and gonna stick around. Supply chains are breaking down, and inflation is back with a vengeance. It's all part of the shortage economy. What used to be unthinkable is now in the headlines. Are you ready? Do you currently have a stockpile of emergency food at home? If not, go to mypatriotsupply.com today, and you'll find an emergency food kit that's right for you and your family. My Patriot Supply is the largest preparedness company in America, serving millions of families like yours. Pick up a 3-month food kit that stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage. The meals in the kit provide over 2,000 delicious calories a day. That's important when you need to survive. Order from MyPatriotSupply.com and your food will ship fast in unmarked boxes to protect your privacy. Don't wait for permission or more empty store shelves. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com now. MyPatriotSupply.com.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
Good credits, bad credits, it's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting less proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
What are you doing this Saturday, October 16th? Well, how about joining the elite climbers for a rec and competition climb? Or just come out to watch this exciting event. Of course, there'll be food vendors, plus live bands, a kids splash pad, bouncy houses, kids climb, games, and more. Yes, it's fun for the whole family. If you want to compete, it's only $50. Most everything else is free. That's this Saturday, October 16th at Lake Lillian Park in Bellevue from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yep, it's something different.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped. Get your notepads out. Get your recorders out. Whatever it takes to make sure you don't miss the sage advice from the handicapper extraordinaire, Kevin Stone, on What's the Line? And here is your handicapping guru, Kevin Stone. That's your key.
What's going on, man?
You're the handicapper. I thought to Kevin Stone when it says here's Kevin Stone.
Oh, okay. Well, every other week before this, you've always said good morning, and
you're sporting that Bulldog shirt. Aren't
that's why you ain't talking to me, I guess.
Exactly.
I got another one. I got a few more. I won't wear one next week, but I will. How about the week after that?
Roll in a Georgia Southern shirt. I wouldn't be upset with that.
Hey, after last night's game,
I turned it off at 24-0. I don't even want to know the final score.
41-14.
Oh, it was horrible.
Them Jags.
South Alabama.
USA, baby. How you go cheer against USA?
Let me tell you something. Georgia Southern is a shell.
Yeah.
They're not good.
They need to get a number 55 named Schmidtieff in there.
They're not good. They're not good.
No,
what they need.
Tom Schmitz ain't walking out of that locker room anytime soon.
Thank you. Paul Carroll is not coming out of that locker room. Gift Smith is not coming out of that locker room.
No, sir.
Okay. Everett Sharp is not coming out of that locker room. Raymond Gross not coming out of the locker room. Okay, it's not happening.
Nope.
We
Anyway,
need to realize that. Shane Maxwell not wanting out of the locker room. J.J. Williams.
McKinnon.
He was long
Jarrett
after me.
McKinnon.
He was
Well,
long
I
after
know.
me.
That's a man.
J.J. Williams not running out of the locker room.
Okay.
But you can see J.J. Williams
J.J.
right
Williams.
here in town.
Okay.
He now goes by Jeremy Williams.
Jeremy Williams.
Yeah, he owns the Chick-fil-A on 200.
That's him?
Yeah, he played football.
wow.
He played football at Georgia Southern too.
Okay. I know another. All right. I didn't know he played football. I didn't.
Yeah.
Good
So
for him.
a lot of us here. Charlie Carper that lives here in town.
Yeah.
He played football at Georgia Southern.
You don't know
Johnny Heath.
Johnny Heath. I was about to say, you know John
Geotech.
Geotech. Yeah, as I say, I love Johnny Heath, man. That's
Heath
my boy.
Johnny Heath was not an athlete, but he was an athletic supporter.
I'm sure somebody let him know you said that.
Oh, I tell him that all the time. I tell him all the time. I walk through someplace, and him or Chase Bickner will be somewhere, and I walk through a place, and I'll hear, Georgia! And I, of course, have to say, Southern.
That place is usually Charlie Horse, ain't it, with you two?
It's there, but it's also a lot of different places around town.
Okay,
Anytime they
y'all
see
frequent
me,
the...
anytime they see me, they yell Georgia.
Okay.
All right, let's get into the football game.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
So, Florida LSU, it's on your ticket, right?
No. That is not my Florida contingency.
What do you mean?
I would take Florida.
What do you mean? I mean, it's that's right. The LSU team won't. The people at LSU won't be drunk. It's a noon game.
No, and at 11 o'clock out there.
Right. 11. So, although they may just be coming off Bourbon Street.
I was about to say, unless they're just staying up from the night before, but
which happens in Baton Rouge.
Yes, sir.
A lot.
Yep, but not a night game, and they've lost. They're dropping like flies on that LSU.
Ed O, baby. Ed O is in trouble.
He's about the only one that competes with your voice.
I tell you, man,
You and him.
That Ed Orderon, man, I tell you, man.
Between you, him, and Larry Munson, maybe the
sugar's falling from the sky.
Oh man!
Run, Lindsey, run!
Run, Lindsey!
I still want to pop Lindsey in the mouth.
Oh boy, Buck Ballou.
Buck Ballou. That's that's the only pass he threw. He was a second baseman.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Buck Ballou's claim to fame was he made it to Double-A baseball as a second baseman, and he was the news broadcaster for Channel 2 in Savannah for 20 years.
Yeah, and he's still doing games, I believe. Isn't he?
So.
Okay. So
anyway.
A
little slant pattern, 3 yards of Lindsey Scott, and the Florida defense fell down, I think.
Third and 12, man, I don't know.
The hardest hit on that play was Larry Munson's ass hitting a chair and breaking it.
Oh, he broke his steel chair. He came right through his steel chair. It was a 5-inch cushion. Oh, man.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, let's go.
Texas A&M at Missouri. Tell us what you think.
All right, man. Yeah, I could see how this probably appears and sets up to be a huge letdown game for the Aggies after that enormous win against Bama last week. But I can't see it against Missouri. Not against this team, man.
Missouri's terrible.
Missouri is playing atrocious on defense. I'm pretty sure they're dead last in run defense, which – if you look at A&M, as long as Jimbo Fisher does not overcomplicate this thing, turn around, hand it to C.J. Spiller, hand it to A-Chain.
It's not C.J. Spiller.
No, not C.J. Spiller.
Isaiah
Spiller. Yes.
C.J. Spiller went to Clemson.
Yeah,
Isaiah Spiller. Union County years ago.
Isaiah Spiller, yes, sir. And then hand it to Devin A-Chain.
So you're going to lay the 8.5 points here.
8 in the hook. It kind of scared me with the – but I don't know. I double digits easy. Missouri's 0-9 this year versus a spread, by the way, their last 9 games. Right. So they're not good.
I think this is an easy game, although Texas A&M could come in with a big letdown.
That's the only
after
thing
the
you
Alabama
would think.
thing. But I don't think they will.
Not going to happen.
I don't think they will because it's a road game, so you have a different attitude on road games.
Yep.
Did anybody, and I know people said blah, blah, blah. I said when Jimbo moved to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
I told a friend of mine, Adam Reardon, who
I remember him.
Who did sports here for a very long time. I told Adam, I go, Jimbo will be the first person to beat Nick Saban. And Adam's like, I said, that's why Jimbo moved to Texas A&M, so he'd play Alabama every year.
Yeah.
That's why I did it, because he wanted to beat Jimbo. And everybody's like, Kirby's going to beat, don't get me wrong, Kirby's going to beat Nick Saban.
He will one day, yeah. But he hadn't had as many chances as Jimbo as
Right,
well, you know.
Right.
So.
But Jimbo, I knew Jimbo.
Yeah.
I said when Jimbo took Texas
Eventually.
A&M job, Jimbo will be the first person to beat Nick Saban protege to beat Nick Saban.
Yes,
because,
sir.
by the way, no disrespect to Kirby Smart, who's doing an amazing job with probably the most talented team on all facets of the game that I've seen in a long time in football.
That's right.
Okay? The Georgia Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
It may be next year finally.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's going to be this year.
Jimbo's still a better coach than Kirby Smart.
Well, Jimbo absolutely outcoached Nick Saban that night.
The reason I say Jimbo's a better coach than Kirby Smart, Jimbo's track record, Jimbo's got a national championship too.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Kirby ain't got a national championship. Kirby's got national championship as an assistant.
Right.
Jimbo's got a national championship as a head coach.
And turned it around at Florida State. I mean, you got to give him credit with the end of the years that Bowden had.
He had to deal with Crab Boy.
Yeah.
We gonna get a win.
That's right. Eating W's. Oh, but Tom Brady says, let's go, Lake. And nobody. I
hate Tom Brady.
Let's go, Lake. I mean, anyway.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, no.
That's a different topic.
But by the way, your former trivia team,
yes,
their team named Tuesday night
was Let's Go, Brandon. Beautiful.
So Texas A&M at Missouri, you're laying the 8.5 points.
Laying that 8.5 hook.
Okay, Michigan State at Indiana. Well, it's not basketball season.
No. Don't have Tom
They play
Izzo.
football?
Tom Izzo, body
They play
night's
football
not
at Indiana, Michigan State?
Barely. Now, Michigan State's playing some ball. I'm going to
Yes.
tell you what Michigan State did last week. That's only been done 5 times in the history of all of college football.
Okay.
They had a quarterback that threw for 300 yards.
Running back.
They had a running back that ran for 200 yards and a wide receiver that caught for 200 yards in the same game.
300 passing, 200 receiving, 200 rushing.
They're dangerous. Michigan
I
State,
told you don't sleep on Michigan State at the Miami game. I took Michigan State on the money line.
Money line too. Yeah, that was one of mine. I had 2 weeks in a row where I hit the money line on them. But that Peyton Thorne quarterback, pretty darn efficient this year. 14 TDs, 2 interceptions.
The Hoosiers are a pretty good football team, though.
Without Michael Penix Jr.
Well,
that's going to hurt them out with a shoulder.
So Michigan's a 4.5 point favorite.
4.5. I'm going to lay that 4.5. I don't think this one's close. At Indiana, so they're probably saying it's a little bit more than a touchdown on a neutral site,
Right.
but I don't see. I mean, Michigan State plays great on the road. They went to Miami. They've gone into a couple places this year. Kenneth Walker, running back for the Spartans, is just crushing it. Leads all of college football rushing yards, and I believe that'll continue tomorrow.
So Michigan State laid the 4.5.
Yes, sir.
Here's a game that I'm really interested to see how you go.
Okay.
Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin
Yep.
go into
Rocky Top. Your favorite place, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Love Neyland Stadium.
Love it.
Love it. I love it like somebody ripping off my toenails with a pair of pliers.
You love it like your big leg.
Ole Miss going into Tennessee. Ole Miss,
Favorites.
2.5 point favorite at Tennessee.
That's right.
Over under is ridiculous
82.
at 82.
Dude, I only picked this game because I know how much you love to talk about Tennessee.
Oh, I love Tennessee.
The Vols, baby. That's your favorite team, ain't it?
Can I tell you, what are you going to do in this game?
I'm going to go with the over. Over 82.
Over 82.
Over 82. It seems enormous, but in my opinion, this thing's going to set up like the way the Ole Miss and Arkansas last week. 103 points. They probably had the 82 close to the third quarter. This game's going to be about who gets 2 stops.
Yep.
You get 2 stops in this game.
You get one turnover. You're probably going to win the game.
Now 82 does. Here's the only thing that gives you trepidation is you don't want long sustained drives and then they end up kicking field goals.
Right.
They cannot kick the field goal when they get down in there, but they can't pull Alabama. Get down inside the 5 twice last week, get 3 points out of it.
Here is my take on this game. And Jeff Russell, if you're driving down the road right now, pull over. I don't need you to wreck or anything.
Oh, goodness.
I got this game at plus 175.
Money line.
Took Tennessee on the money line.
Wow. You of all people.
I took Tennessee
Lord.
On the money line.
You'll turn down a wedding and not make wedding money because they want you to play Rocky Top, and yet you're going to actually bet on Rocky Top.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I'm not going to sing the songs. I'm not going to play the songs. I believe that the Tennessee crowd is going to be on Lane Kiffin like a cheap suit.
Yeah.
I believe that he'll make some mistakes because he'll be worried about what he's hearing all around him.
Yep.
And I believe that these kids at Tennessee and the coaching staff at Tennessee had circled this game on the calendar.
Yeah.
We're going to put it on Kiffin because
Josh
a lot of people will say
yeah.
Kiffin did more harm than he did good, and they're still recovering from Lane Kiffin
That's
at the
right.
University of Tennessee.
Bailing out on him, 1 year. Is this the first time he's coming back to Neyland?
I think it is.
I believe it is.
I believe it is.
So, yeah, that is going to be fun. It's going to be a night game. 7 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be rowdy.
Look here, they get liquored up there where they make
sure
liquor.
do. They sure that Tennessee whiskey.
And I ain't talking about Jack Daniels.
Nope. That's a dry kind.
I'm talking about the stuff comes in a ball jar. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about got the metal
moonshine.
Got the metal top on it.
Yes, sir.
The stuff that makes you, when you drink it, you go, ooh, wee!
Man, it's done before it gets down the esophagus.
That kind of liquor is what I'm talking about. And they're going to be liquored up, smoky, probably get a DUI.
Man, that's great. That's great. Yeah, if you love offense, man, grab a beer, sit back, and just have fun with these two teams.
I literally took Tennessee yesterday plus 175.
Golly.
On the money line.
I'm blown away. I might want to check to see.
That's why I said.
Has hell frozen over?
That's why
yet?
I told Jeff Russell pull over.
Yeah. Okay. So
I didn't want him to wreck.
Didn't want him to wreck. I hope
because Jeff will tell you, it's great to hate. Tom Schmitz's moniker is great to hate Florida State. Better to hate Tennessee.
Everybody that knows you knows that about you. All right.
So you're taking the over at 82.
Over 82.
That's a huge number.
It's a lot big number, but
here's the Florida contingent game.
Had to have one.
University of Central Florida travels in conference.
Yeah.
To Cincinnati. Cincinnati ranked 4th in the country now.
Yeah, 4th or 5th.
After Alabama fell to 2 spots to 3 or something. Yeah.
Yep.
So Cincinnati 4th or 5th in the country. UCF. Looking like UCF before Scott Frost got there.
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn not doing the job people thought he was going to do.
No. 1-4, I believe, against the spread this year. I really don't. I don't know what
Cincinnati's
to think.
a 3 touchdown.
21
points.
21 points.
3 touchdowns and 3 extra point favorite.
They were about the same spread last week against Temple. Beat them 52-3. Cincinnati's laying beat downs on people, man. I mean, and at home.
So you're taking
I'm going to lay the 21 points, and I don't. Man, this is honestly, I just had to have a Florida game.
See, I would
FSU off this week. What a bye.
So you're taking
Bucks
Cincinnati minus 21.
I'm gonna lay that 21.
See, I'm taking the over in this game. 58.
Over 58.
Yeah.
I love Cincinnati might get that on their own.
That's what I'm
I just
saying.
Don't know about UCF.
If
They're
UCF
so up and down.
If UCF scores 2 touchdowns, it'll go over.
Yeah, I can see that.
If UCF puts 14 points on the board, it's going over.
Yeah, but Cincinnati's defense is great. I
know. Cincinnati's a legitimate football team. People think Cincinnati in the American Athletic Conference. They're actual legitimate football team.
They were every bit hung with Georgia last year in that bowl game.
Yes, they did.
It was right there. 21 is a lot to cover, but I've seen Cincinnati this year, and that's what it's no disrespect to UCF people out there. It's just the tons of respect I have for Cincinnati.
They beat the fighting Bill Cosby's pretty good last week.
Oh yeah, the Temple Island.
That's what I said. Right. The fighting Bill
Cosby's. The hot Cosby's.
Maybe Temple will put something in. Maybe Temple put something in. Their own drinks, not Cincinnati's drinks. They did that wrong.
Exactly.
So let's go to the pro game.
Yes, sir.
You got 2 teams.
Two games
that are very, very good teams.
Yep.
One on the East Coast, one on the West Coast. Traveling to the East from the West. It's always hard to travel from the West to the East. It's easier to travel east to west than it is west to east. For a 1 o'clock game.
1 o'clock, yeah.
The line is minus 2.5. The over-under is 52. The Los Angeles Chargers.
Yes.
At the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
The Ravens are getting 2.5. So the Ravens.
No, the Ravens are the favorite.
They're minus 2.5.
Yep.
So the Ravens on a neutral field would be the underdog by half a point. So this is a pick 'em
Yeah,
game.
about
Really.
a pick 'em if it was
Right.
neutral.
And the over-under is 52.
52, and that's where I'm leaning on this one, man.
Under.
Over.
Oh, you're going with the over.
Over 52.
You know why? Because that Ravens defense ain't the Ravens defense it's been before.
No.
And they're going to score.
They do.
LA's going to score. The Chargers can score.
Chargers of last 3 games, they're averaging 35 a game. Ravens are averaging 26 a game in their last 4.
35
look,
26,
35,
61.
26 to 61. Now you even have a little room on that 52.
9 points.
Yeah, so you get a little wiggle room. Lots and lots of offense comes to mind when you think of these two teams in general. So I just couldn't bring myself to put it over or the under on this one. So over 52. I'm gonna just like I think I had the Chargers last week on an over, and they did that. Yeah, 47-41 against your Cleveland Browns,
Yes.
America's team.
Yeah. Final game that you picked this week,
Yes,
the
sir.
marquee game of the week.
Yeah.
Some people will say, I don't
Yeah.
think so because I think they're a shell of their old self. But the Cowboys, who are clicking on all cylinders, it looks like,
Yeah.
playing a Patriots team that's pretty well coached with Bill Belichick. You know, he's always going to have a good coach team. Not the same Patriots team that Tom Brady quarterbacked, of course, but they did
No.
play with Tampa Bay
They did that.
right there with them. So the Cowboys at the Patriots, Dallas comes in as a 2.5-point favorite in New England. When was the last time the Cowboys came in as a 2.5-point favorite
In New England.
Foxborough?
Yeah.
The over/under 51.
All right. I'm gonna. I don't like that.
You're a little
that half
torn on
points.
this, aren't you?
Cowboys -3 in the hook. Yeah. That half though. I don't like the half point.
No, you don't like the field goal and a
But
half.
yeah, but I mean, you're right. Belichick is always well prepared. Being on the road, the Pats, it does make me a little nervous that the Cowboys have to go on the road. But the Cowboys just have so many weapons. That's where
Do
I'm
they?
going.
Wow.
I believe if Dak stays healthy, they're the real deal. They will be there at the end. Unlike a lot of other Cowboys teams that in the past that
You mean
finished
any Cowboy?
8-8,
You mean any
7-9,
Cowboy team quarterbacked by Tony
9.
Romo?
Yeah, pretty much.
I have no idea why everybody thought Tony Romo was such a good quarterback. He's a great analyst. I like him
Yeah,
in the booth.
he's great up there.
But he was an 8-8, 9-7 guy in Dallas.
Yep, about 500. Yeah, that's all. Dallas 5-0 against the spread this year. They've covered in every game. I'm going to keep riding that trend at least for one more week. So, just Patriots. I mean, and that they did hang close with the Bucks and Tom Brady, but I don't feel like Brady really played that good of a game.
Brady
I
did
think
not
he
play very
was
good.
almost too amped up.
He did not play very
good.
good.
A lot of those throws were sailing high on him.
I like the over in this game
Do you like the over? Okay.
because I think Dallas.
Really, even with the Patriots defense and
Yeah, I like the over because Dallas is going to score.
okay.
The Patriots can say what they want about their defense. There's too many
Do you
weapons.
think the Patriots can score?
Yeah, because I don't think Dallas's defense is that good.
All right.
But Dallas's offense is going to score 35 points.
Yeah.
Patriots, I think, will score 20, 22, 23 points.
Well, hey, that'll work out for my spread, so,
so
I'll take that too.
I think the over is a good call in this game. But I'm not the one to get. I'm not the guru.
Oh,
you
I know,
are. So,
yeah,
so I just,
we'll see. 3-3 last week. Missed a 4-2 by the dumb field goal in London, 50-yarder to get that didn't have anything to do with the game. 20 seconds left, they nailed a 50-yarder. And
what game was that?
that was the Falcons and your Jets.
And the Jets,
The
Jets,
Jets,
LOST, lost.
Yeah, they did. and I never saw the Falcons putting up. That game was going under. It was beautiful all day, all day long, and then all of a sudden, at very end. So
the field
missed it
goal
by
was
a point.
meaningless, and the field goal was meaningless.
Didn't mean nothing except to us.
Field goal was the field goal. Why would you even kick a field goal
No,
there?
you can't get the
You're down by 10. You're down by 10.
Yes.
Get the touchdown.
Yes.
Onside kick, field
And
goal.
now you can field goal. The announcers were even befuddled on that. That's why you're the Jets.
That's why you're the
That's why you're the Jets.
Jets, and you
Yeah.
LOST, lost.
So
To the terrible Atlanta Falcons.
yes, sir, they did.
My team was horrible.
Yeah, without
I
Calvin
got
Ridley.
Georgia Southern can't beat their way out of a wet paper bag with a rip down the center.
Yep.
The Falcons might be the 30 or 31st worst team in the NFL.
Yep.
And then the Gators, Can't beat Kentucky.
No.
But at least I'm not a Florida State fan or a Tennessee fan.
Okay.
What's that?
Well,
622-9622. If you got a game you want to ask Kevin about, we got about 3 minutes. We'll take your call, 622-9622. You put in quite a bit of effort into this. Just give a little glimpse of what this takes for you to get prepared for these 6 games. You're doing quite a bit of research.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I start like Wednesday night, Wednesday evening when I get back and home from work and just after dinner and kind of just chilling out and relaxing and start putting my games together, if not Tuesday, a little kind of looking over them. But, just trying to pick the right 6 because sometimes the 6 that I bring in here, it's not all the ones that I'm going on. So I'll end up hitting. It's the strangest thing. It's like I'll hit like 2 or 3 other winners that I put on my own, but I just didn't put them, bring them to this show. So it's trying to get the right 6-pack of picks to bring in here.
I noticed you don't bring Georgia in here.
I did last week. Georgia covered at Auburn. That was one of my wins. I laid that 13, and we might talk about that next week.
Hard to go with your heart in it.
Yes, it is, and that I always feel like I'm a jinx them a little bit. And this week, Kentucky. A 23-point spread or 21. Now it's gone down to 21, but Kentucky don't have their 2 best defensive linemen either, Oxendine.
Let me tell you something. Georgia's going to crush Kentucky.
Between the hedges.
They're fixing to learn. Kentucky's fixing to learn. Being the second best in the East ain't really that good.
That's right.
Because Georgia is the Clemson of the SEC East.
Yeah.
And what do I mean by that? There was Clemson and everybody else in the ACC.
Right. Yeah.
Just Georgia and everybody else in the East.
So you don't even think that quarterback, I mean, the wide receivers, I don't know. I'm impressed by what Kentucky's got going. Mark Stoops got a good defense over there. So
they're going into
23,
Athens.
21.
They're going into Athens.
Yeah.
In between the hedges. It's going to be a crazy, crazy game.
Yeah.
Kentucky's going to be
3:30.
Kentucky's going to be so hyped for it because they've not been in this position in a non-basketball environment ever.
More hype than Florida, what they just beating Florida on.
Yeah, because this is if Kentucky figures out a way to win this football game,
they're top 5 team.
Kentucky's a top 5 football team then.
Yeah, they are. Never been in that.
No,
not in my lifetime.
No,
I think it's been the last time that they were 6-0. Bear Bryant coached Kentucky. Anytime you're doing anything when Bear Bryant was coaching.
The last time they were undefeated this late in the season,
yeah,
Bear Bryant was their coach, and he coached there before
1960.
He coached there before he coached. Did he coach at Kentucky?
Yeah.
He coached at Kentucky before A&M.
Kentucky,
and
then
Alabama.
A&M, then
yeah,
Alabama.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
So that was before the boys of the Texas A&M, where he went out and he almost killed his team.
Right. I remember that movie.
They did the movie, The Boys of, I forget, something Junction.
Yes, exactly. Yep,
but
that's
anyway,
right.
But that was before that.
Yeah.
That's the last time Kentucky was 6-0 this late in the season.
I know. It's amazing.
Okay? So Georgia, in my estimation, and believe me, I don't want it to happen because I have to hear all these mutts that I'm friends with that I've all my life that'll tell me, next year's here, baby. Next year.
This is the year,
baby.
This is it.
I will tell you. Well, I won't tell you because we got to go. But Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Next week.
All right, man.
See it.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
What's the line? Have a great weekend.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pride.
The inflation trend in the United States is squashing lower-income American families across the country. The Producer Price Index, which measures prices that businesses receive for their goods and services, surged 8.6% in September. President Biden on Thursday signed legislation temporarily raising the government's borrowing limit to nearly $29 trillion, saving America from defaulting, but only until December. Another scientist has pushed back against the doom and gloom of climate change peddlers from the United Nations and other governmental agencies. Dr. Leslie Woodcock, a professor at the University of Manchester School of Chemical Engineering and Analytical Science, is a former NASA scientist. In an interview, he laughed off man-made climate change as nonsense and a money-making industry for the green lobby. The term climate change is meaningless. The Earth's climate has been changing since Earth was formed 1 billion years ago, he said. USA Radio News.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera by offering free shipping for a limited time. Visit simplysafe.com today.
Working from home? I'm Chad Dodd, veterinarian and consultant to Limp Bells. Here are some tips for keeping your dog fit while staying at home. Find 15 minutes twice a day and walk your pet at a decent pace around your place. Play hide and seek by hiding some kibble or favorite toys and letting your dog find them. If you have stairs and your dog is mobile, walk up and down twice a day for 5 to 10 minutes. Or better yet, try a power walk on your terrace or backyard for some fresh air. There are more helpful pet care tips at youmove.com, spelled youmove.com.
A domestic violence case in China is very disturbing. Wendy